I have.
Very natural.
All right, we could just keep doing what we were doing before, which is hanging out.
All right.
Cool.
But now we get to see each other. You guys get to see how cool my lighting is.
I gotta do something. How's that? Is that better?
That's good.
How's my lighting? What's going on? Why are you guys messing with lighting? Is mine okay?
Live
Do you guys-
is amazing.
Do you
I
guys
don't like this at all.
Do you guys see the chat thing, the chat box?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
that, like, if someone actually, do you see also like where it says live in the corner? Is that happening on your screen?
Yes. Wait, what's a
And
chat
it-
box? If that's what I was looking at.
So you could interact with people who, if anyone even watches. I have to advertise this now.
Yeah, send it out on something.
I'm gonna send it out on something.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
How do we know how many people are viewing?
So is there like a little eyeball next to the live? Do you guys see a live thing up? Maybe
Yeah, but I don't see an
a little eyeball. Oh, so then you just have to ask me. Right now it's 0. No one's watching. Right now it's just so no audience. But it's cool. We're live. This is like we're live. All right, hang on. I think my audience got an email about it.
Will I crash this if I open up Facebook and stuff and send out this link?
No, I don't think so. We could.
Oh wait. If I send out the never mind. I was going to send out the link, which would have just added a bunch of people to the. I almost screwed everything up. How do I share?
Oh no, you can't. You can send out the link. I think. Wait, is there? Oh, not that link. Not the one I sent you.
No,
That's
yeah,
right.
that was pretty.
I'm gonna give you the link right now to share. Hang on.
All right, cool.
I'll give it to
You
you.
can just do it in the chat, right?
Yeah, yeah. There's a private chat just for us. Like if Kevin's freaking out, you can go on the private chat and like, I'm freaking out.
I can virtually puke.
All right, here's the link coming up in the private chat. Let's see how this works. Boom. And now I'm going to put that on the Twitter.
All right.
By the way, this is called Starfleet Boy After Dark. It's a little more risque.
Should I take my clothes off?
All right, let's see if this works.
It's the Red Shoe Diaries of YouTube shows.
Of YouTube shows. Did you guys watch the Red Shoe Diaries?
Well,
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, nice.
that was what's his name, right? What's his name? Jeez.
David Duchovny. I only
yeah,
remember
yeah.
David Duchovny was in one of those, or was he all the host?
He was on it all the time, I think.
Yeah.
What did everyone go to get to drink?
I got another beer.
Ooh, neat.
I'm drinking Pauliner Salvatore.
It's a
What
cool
do you-
name.
That's my godson / nephew's name, Salvatore. Shout out, little buddy.
Little buddy. I just realized all my things were on. Now I'm going incognito on my internet buzzings. I was like, whoa, things are buzzing on my hand. So you got the Yeti as well, son of Dennis.
Kevin got it for me.
Oh, nice.
I'm a great friend.
You are a great friend. And you worry about your friend. We had that was really endearing. Cheers to that.
Cheers. Cheers to texting your friend's wife to make sure he's okay because you're freaking out.
Because I just didn't want to bother you and responding. I thought you were sleepy. Bye.
What? That's very cute. Sleepy bye. I like that. That's where I'll be in an hour if I keep drinking. But it is.
What are you drinking
long
now?
weekend. I switched to Pinot Noir, or as we call it on
Pinot
Drunk
Noir?
Space Nine, Pinot Noir. Yeah.
No.
last week when we were recording the recommend ship episode, I don't know if I told you guys, I had the worst hangover I think I've ever had the day after.
Really?
Yeah, it was bad. It was really, really bad. And I've had bad hangovers just recording Drunk Space Nine.
I didn't think you were that drunk. That's crazy.
I don't know. Like my body told me I was the next day.
What were you drinking that night? I can't remember.
I was drinking beer.
Oh, okay.
But I guess a lot of it. I don't know. I also don't think I ate correctly. Like I didn't eat the right food and I didn't drink water.
You have to eat greasy food after you drink a lot.
I made breakfast. I made like bacon and eggs and stuff, and I had like 2 bites and I threw it away.
That kills me that you threw it away. You told me that. I bit my tongue the first time you told me.
Oh, I know that bothers you.
Kevin, don't be scared. We have one viewer. Someone's watching.
So, just to warn you, Katie's doing a digital. Here she comes.
Oh, cool.
Katie's doing a digital scavenger hunt right now and running around the house. So that's her in the back looking for God knows what.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I figured out how to look. The Starfleet boy is gone from your head.
Oh, I miss it.
Oh, here, hold on. You can have it back. So,
Oh wait, I was looking at
Did you guys-
wasn't I?
did you guys hear all the big hubbub from yesterday? Like all the Star
Space
Trek news?
Force? Oh,
No. Oh wait, what was the Space Force stuff?
You
I
just
heard
said
about that, and warp speed was used or something like that.
well, the flag was revealed, and it's basically
It's a ripoff. Yeah.
just the Star Trek symbol, but it's slightly different.
It's Starfleet Command, right? Essentially, is that whole? It's like the whole. I'm trying to remember. I saw it briefly, but isn't it like the Starfleet Command, like or not Command, the Starfleet
like the comm badge, like
combat, but then like the this or the Starfleet Academy rather. That's what I was trying to think of. Isn't it like that whole symbol with the crest and everything?
Let me see if I can put it on.
Yeah, let's bring it up.
Let me see here. But anyway, but like I saw something Denise Crosby tweeted about like using the word warp speed, and she was like, "Oh, I just really don't want that anything Star Trek associated with Space Force." But
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not. It's weird because of like what
it'll be.
The time that it's coming out and stuff.
Viewers, they came on the channel and they were like, "Oh, they're talking about Space Force. I'm out." We lost our only viewer.
Yeah. They're like, Kevin's about to defend it.
I can see. Here it is.
Yeah.
This is it. Look what it did to us. We can have slideshows. Show and tell.
We do a little
Let's go back to that. Let's go back to that vegan food.
But I mean, isn't this what Reagan did too with Star Wars?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. But I totally forgot about Star Wars.
Like, I mean, Trump is fucking Reagan. Like, he's just like.
Did
I don't know.
people?
All right, with everything you know about Reagan, who's worse?
Can you do an impression of Ronald Reagan?
You bet your sweet ass I can.
Oh no. That's very good. Do you remember DC Follies?
Yes, for some reason, but I don't know why.
Yeah, that sounds familiar with.
That was a fun show. Well, anyways, the news on Star Trek was that Strange New Worlds is the next Star Trek show, and it's
that's
Anson
Pike.
Mount.
Yeah.
Christopher, we have a viewer. Welcome aboard the Starship Starfleet Boy. We're Starfleet Boy After Dark. I see it. I don't know how. I can't show you guys, unfortunately, but I can tell you that there's a viewer.
Hi. What's up?
Nothing. Do you need your phone now?
Yes. No phones.
It just became Starfleet Boy family time. No, just
No, turn the lights on. Not after dark.
It's not After Dark anymore.
It's like Starfleet Boy. Wait.
Well, you're in Los Angeles and it's only like 6:30, right?
Yeah. It's the sun's still.
You're far too drunk for it to be this early.
Well, I started when we're recording the other podcast as we started drinking, and
that was fun. This is the post. Yay! It's Christopher Collins. He's saying, "How's it going?" Here, watch this, you guys. This is cool. How is it going?
Hey!
How's it going?
It's going good, Chris. Do you want to tell us how you feel about the news, the Star Trek news that came out today, Chris? Like, we'd love to hear more about your thoughts in the comments. And if you want to drink with us, you can grab a beverage of your choice and join us because we're all drinking tonight.
Like, like he said that, like, oh, we're all drinking tonight. Like, just.
It's rare that we do this, but we're drinking tonight.
Here's Katie on her scavenger hunt.
Katie!
She can't
Hello.
hear you. What are you looking for? I can help you.
No, you can't.
Oh, I'm not allowed to help her. She's on a digital scavenger hunt.
Hello. Does she know we're broadcasting?
You're not allowed to tell me. Or you can tell me. I just can't help you. I can't help her.
What is that director, The Thin Red Line?
The Thin Red Line?
Yeah, who's the director of The Thin Red Line?
I'll look it up.
Excuse me.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear it. Were you guys talking at all? I couldn't hear it at all.
Oh, yeah, we were saying, who's the director of The Thin Red Line, the movie The Thin Red
Terrence
Line?
Malick.
Your scene right now looks like a Terrence Malick film with the lens flare and everything else. Evan.
Oh, yeah.
Looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I get. Kevin took a screenshot of that the other day. I had like a lens flare.
Wait,
Chris
I don't think I'm familiar. Good. Sorry.
Chris says that he does not have any opinions on the show yet because he's still digesting the news of a new Star Trek show. Very cool.
Oh, Katie really did a number on this. I can't the volume just from her like storming in and looking for stuff for her scavenger hunt. Like, and she like screwed up my volume.
Just from scavenging?
Yeah, I have to put on my little ones all day.
Wait, so did you guys know about the Pike show, the Strange New Worlds? Did you guys know about it?
I found out.
Oh, look at that! That's better.
Yeah, I found out yesterday through Twitter. The problem is I don't follow Discovery. I watched the first season, and then I haven't, watched since. So,
what about you?
Me?
Oh, I just burped. Yeah, did you know about Strange New Worlds, or did you just find out?
I saw it from Twitter through you.
Oh,
you liked it or shared, and it notified me, and
I was like so hyped that day.
Yeah, and then so I was like, oh wow, that's cool.
Huh.
Oh, Katie, Katie's working with some Star Trek related stuff that like I don't know if I can talk about that, but
oh, okay.
No.
I heard the no.
Did you say no?
Yeah.
That was really exciting, though. I got very excited to hear that there could be Star Trek related stuff in your life.
Yeah, just to keep your eyes peeled, I guess.
Oh, look,
I'm excited. Honestly, any more content like with the new show that's coming out, like it's great.
I've actually there's a guy that I work with that I kept telling him to watch Picard, and he just ran through Picard like nothing. He was just like, I love it. And then he started Discovery. The guy's not a Star Trek fan, or wasn't up until now, and just is devouring everything now. And he's like, now he's asking me all these Discovery questions. And I'm like, I don't know, dude. And he's just like, I thought you were a fan. And now I feel like an idiot. So I have to catch up on Discovery. So probably by next week, I'll be excited about this new show. But at the moment,
it's Christopher Pike, from. Did you remember the Cage from the original series?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He's I did a discussion and this thing came up where he's like kind of like Captain Federation, like Captain America, but Captain Federation. So I think it's pretty fair or true.
Yeah.
Kevin hates Marvel films right now.
Yeah, I'm on a weird thing.
I think it's specifically Avengers. You have a problem with.
Yeah, because like, I will defend Ragnarok and the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. Like, I love those movies so much, but I don't really like what's going on with the Avengers and like how much everybody loves them so much. I don't feel the same. I'm not into it the same way. I also I have a weird thing with Marvel these days anyway. Like I'm a DC guy. I don't know.
Oh, you're like fully DC.
Oh yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Chris Collins says, I have been rewatching DS9 today and the episode of TNG where Worf gets hit of pain sticks in season 2. Oh yeah, that was a good episode. What DS9 episode were you watching today, Chris? Evan was watching DS9 like this today too, I think.
Yeah. I realized I didn't finish the episode I was watching.
Kevin, are you always rewatching Deep Space Nine, or is it like, do you watch it just for Drunk Space Nine?
I'm watching Voyager right now, but I'm throwing in like this week I watched an episode of DS9, and now I'm listening to the audiobooks, the Armin Shimmerin that's narrated audiobooks. So I might be on that kick for a little bit because I have a bunch of credits on Audible, and I forgot that I could download.
You could download them.
That's Star Trek books, so that's probably going to be my obsession for a little bit. Yeah,
that's really cool.
I auditioned for an audiobook gig, but I haven't sent my audition in because I'm not I'm still editing the audio, but I'm auditioning. That should have said present tense.
Yeah, that's a big part of getting the role. Is you got to actually send the audition.
Send the audition.
Yeah.
And if you're listening, client, it's on its way.
Are you allowed to talk about the project, or
probably not? I don't think so. I want to because I'm excited about it, but I think I'm not allowed to. I'm gonna pull a Katie and say no.
It's 50 Shades of Grey, right?
I would love.
You're playing all the parts.
All the parts. Season 6 episode where the Dominion had DS9 until Sacrifice of Angels. Ooh, I love when that happens. Sacrifice. I don't remember that episode, Chris.
There's a Dominion had DS9.
Here, this is the thing.
Sacrifice of Angels. I remember when.
But you're only on season 5?
Yeah. Sacrifice of Angels.
Oh, it's the first 5 episodes of season 6. So those are solid. Those are Sons and Daughters, Behind the Lines.
So we can't talk too much about it because Evan hasn't.
Yeah,
that's all right. That's my own fault for.
Oh, what is that?
I don't know why I just showed you that. It's a twisty tie that I made into a shape that I've been enjoying.
I believe those are like Wayun heavy episodes.
Oh, that is the cool thing. Wayun, that's Jeffrey Combs
from Reanimator. Yeah,
this episode looks intense from what's coming up on Google. I'll try to share it.
I have nothing left in this glass, and I keep trying to sip it. I'll be right back.
Wait.
I need to grab a beer.
Oh, okay. I was going to try something with you, though. I want to see what happens when you mute your video.
Oh.
But I can only mute your audio, so don't worry about it.
Okay.
All right. This live streaming is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
We've been going on for 19 minutes. I can't believe that.
Feels like 19 minutes.
Your shirt is our other podcast that we recorded. We just got another listener. Yay! Welcome to two viewers, not listeners. Your shirt. I couldn't see you for our other podcast, but your shirt is appropriate. I feel like to that movie. Did you dress?
It is very albino alligator. Yeah, I don't know why I can't frame myself now all of a sudden. No, I was just feeling this shirt today.
Very nice.
I'm getting confused. I'm trying to like get the hair out of my face, but I keep thinking I'm doing it one way, but I'm looking at I'm getting all janked up here with that mirror image.
Oh yeah, it is mirrored. Audience, we're streaming. This is very new to Starfleet Boy. I'm not much of a live streamer, but we're trying it out. And we were just hanging out, and we just wanted to share our hangout. So there's not really any particular thing we're talking about. But Caleb Richardson, who was on earlier when I was testing the live stream, is here, nice. And he says, "Hey yo," with a
hi, Caleb. What let's someone we could do it like an improv show and just improv the direction of our conversation. Someone give us a topic. Have any of you been listening to the Delta Flyers podcast? The third podcast episode is up now. Delta Flyers.
Oh, I haven't heard of it.
No.
But I'll add it to my list of podcasts.
Yeah. I'm doing it right now.
Delta Flyers.
I like the idea. Did you hear the idea, Kevin, that Evan proposed about like doing it like improv? Someone throw up throw a topic out?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here.
Oh wow, it's a Voyager podcast.
Oh,
great,
nice.
Yeah, I'm downloading it right now. All right.
This is the episode that Sacrifice of Angels. This is a screenshot from it.
Oh, very cool.
I think.
What are those are Dominion ships in the back, right? For sure.
Well, those are Cardassian ships down there. But yeah, I also see Dominion ships in there for sure. The Jem'Hadar Raiders or whatever they're called. Interesting. Chris says Robert Duncan McNeil and Garrett Wong are reviewing Voyager. It's their show. Oh, okay. Very cool. We will subscribe. Guys, what format do you like better? Like this one or this one? How do you like to see yourselves better?
Don't care.
Yeah. I like this one.
All right.
It's very intimate. This one's very intimate. It feels like we're all hanging out in a room together.
All right, I have a question.
Wait, Kevin, look to your. Give me a kiss, basically.
What?
Give me a kiss.
That's
other way.
That's the other way. There That's great. I keep wanting to sit up to match the height of Kevin. But what was your question, Kevin?
Since we brought up Jeffrey Combs, but I just realized that I don't think Evan knows either of these characters. So I was going to ask your favorite Jeffrey Combs Star Trek character.
Who's your favorite Jeffrey Combs anything, actually?
Well, obviously Reanimator, but I think Shran from Enterprise.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, definitely. I don't even know why I'm saying maybe.
Do you know Enterprise, Son of Genis?
That's actually what I stopped Enterprise to go over to DS9, but that was like I went TNG, Enterprise, DS9 was the order. And I don't like Enterprise gets too much hate in my opinion. Like I don't know, like
I hated it. I hated Enterprise.
There you go.
I hated it almost as much as Albino Alligator when it came out.
God, we're done with that
podcast. No one's gonna know what we're talking about unless they listen to that and then they come watch this.
If there's anybody listening right now that can defend Albino Alligator, the '96 movie directed by Kevin Spacey, please defend it right now because I'm alone.
We might even send you the link to come on.
I gave it 3 elf witches, which out of context, this sounds insane.
So
you didn't like Enterprise at all, huh?
Not when it came out. No,
Oh,
I
but do you
appreciate
like-
it. I appreciate it
Like
now.
Paul and like I don't know, those are great characters. Like
I kind of liked Trip. Trip was the only
Trip?
reason
Yeah.
I watched it. Yeah, that was like he was my jam.
Sean is my favorite character that Jeffrey Combs plays.
yeah, all
Oh,
right.
you could.
Beautiful.
I can show everyone.
Brett Spiner's
When you started
Shores.
on Voyager, I don't know what that means, Chris.
Started out with Brett
I
Spiner's
might be a little
Shores.
too drunk. But then Chris goes on to say that Shran is also his favorite character that Jeffrey Combs plays.
It's the best. It is the best.
Jeffrey Combs plays.
Jeffrey Combs really.
Cronenberg.
I suggest that both of you get to that point on the show.
Hello from Jeremiah D. Hi, Jeremiah D. Welcome
Hello.
to our drunken times here, Starfleet Boy After Dark. You can come and join in our. Right now, we're talking about our favorite Jeffrey Combs characters. So if you have a favorite Jeffrey Combs character, you can chime in. So Caleb says he just finished watching the first season of TOS for the first time. And Caleb, that's awesome because that's where Starfleet Boys' next discussion is going after we finish our TNG discussions, which finishes like very soon. So
I have some
we'll
homework.
be able to, it's true. And I'm making my way through the franchise from the beginning. I've seen Discovery, Picard, and a few episodes of TNG and Enterprise. Very cool.
So here's a good question. What do you consider the beginning?
Me?
Do you watch Enterprise or do you watch original series?
You have to watch Enterprise to get the continuity.
Like
it's true. Yeah, it is the beginning.
So
that's why I hate it. Also, by the way, that was one of the reasons why I hated it.
So it's like
because it usurped TOS like in a weird way.
So with Star Wars, where do you start Star Wars?
You also start at the prequels.
Yikes!
Like you have to.
Really?
You're forced to do. You have to. You can't start.
So here's a good question though. Somebody who's never watched Star Wars before, do you really start them with the prequels? Do you start them in a way that there's?
I don't do that. I don't do that.
Okay, yeah. This is a legitimate fight that me and Katie had when our kids were of movie watching age, and I got probably like a little too angry for what the subject matter was, but she was like, we were like, it's time to show them, like we showed them Star Wars when they were, like baby, we'd have like it on and stuff, and like, but they didn't absorb, and they finally got to the age of like, oh, they're gonna sit through this whole thing, and so we're like, let's introduce them to Star Wars, let's do a marathon, and then Katie's like, okay, let's start from episode 1, and I was like, I want a divorce. But I got, and she was like, and then she won the argument. And I just sat there and I didn't stay in the same room. I sat in the kitchen and I was just like, until we got to A New Hope.
You stood in the kitchen for that long?
Yeah.
Where do you start people on Star Trek though? I guess like I would start them on TOS by that principle as well then, because you kind of have to.
Next gen for me. Next gen
for me.
Maybe Enterprise, but I would skip original series. You know how I feel about original series. Like it was too. There was too much of a period in between that I don't see it as matching continuity with the effects and the like. Right. It's not a bad show. It's a
time capsule. It's like, much like albino alligator. Yeah. I liked Mayweather in Enterprise. He was pretty well written character to start off Enterprise from Chris.
Someone made a point of Rogue One is an interesting place to start. The Star Wars trilogy.
That was also Chris. Mm-hmm. It is an interesting place to start. By the way, on the Jeffrey Combs question, Jeremiah says Wayun and Brunt.
Oh, the Ferengi, right?
Yeah,
Brunt is a Ferengi, right? Yeah.
Huge Ferengi fans here.
Yeah.
Also, Jeremiah says that I think chronological order doesn't matter.
Yeah, I have to follow that too because, like, as much as I would say start with Enterprise, I would say watch everything before in this like time.
Release order is a good way to do something that's 50 years old. I agree, because then you have the context also, right?
Yeah.
Of like time. Oh, here we have. Oh wow, we have more comments. You guys are so awesome for participating.
A remastered TOS. That's what Netflix had. Yeah.
So I did. We should read these. I don't know why we should read these. Everyone can read along.
Yeah.
Oh, so TOS in production order, and okay, cool.
I do like the rampant drinking in TOS. I only watched a little bit of TOS, but I did like a martini. Like there was that weird like, let me make you a drink to help you calm down. I don't know. Like it had that like very of the times feel of just like drinking.
Sure.
I don't know. Which I like. That's what I love about the Orville is like they don't drink while they're on the job, but there's a heavy, and there is that in like TNG with like and DS9 and everything when they're at Quarks and stuff and drinking, but you're getting
synthahol, you're getting into synthahol area with that.
Yeah.
I have a question. So like I think Kevin, I think you were saying like TOS just seems so dated and like 60s, right? Like it just seems like, I think like people have been trying to reboot, like Enterprise was an attempt to reboot TOS, and I think Discovery was like an attempt to reboot TOS. I think this new show, the one with Pike coming out, Strange New Worlds, is going to be a successful reboot of TOS because they can do the same vibe of like that casual like drinking, like more rough around the edges, but with this new like kind of aesthetic that everyone wants. Like, because like
not everyone
no, but like the general population, if you will, like the majority, like the average folks, whatever you want to say, like that's like what they're looking for. They're not looking for a perfect recreation of like the original series sets or anything like that. They want to see cool shit, like pods going through asteroids and like holograms that can make love to you.
Well, who doesn't want that?
Yeah, I mean, it's
we got. Let's see here. We got some more. This is great.
More sense to me. It puts the continuity errors to a minimum. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I'm reading Caleb's starting with the cage and where no man has gone before, rather than.
I haven't watched the TOS episodes except for the animated series. That's cool.
The animated series is neat.
It is pretty cool. I like the theme song. Production order just makes more sense to me. It puts the continuity errors to a minimum, starting with the cage. Yeah, continuity is tough.
And then do you pepper in the movies?
Yeah,
that's another thing. Yeah,
you have to.
Even with Next Gen, I didn't start the movies until after I watched everything, which I think that doesn't count, right? Because I'm actually out of order because Generations happens in what, season 6, season 5?
Yeah. No, wait, Generations?
Yeah.
It happens after the TNG ended.
Wait. So.
Oh, you're talking about. I got so confused because I was trying to read Jeremiah's comment and listen to you at the same time. Failure. That we all have to take a sip of our drinks for my failure. That was a fail sip. All right.
I'm hoping for what Jeremiah just said. Yeah, I'm hoping for that.
But we don't even know what it's going to look like. We just yet, but I think it's going to look the same as like Star Trek Discovery Season 2's Enterprise did, probably. They already have the set built and everything, but we'll see.
Can we go back to, sorry, I don't want to do anything. You can say no. But Kevin brought up, the synthahol discussion. And that's always, and we've talked about this on Drunk Space 9, but synthahol, it doesn't have the like same effects as alcohol.
It has all the deleterious. It has all the deleterious effects. Is that the right word of alcohol? Deleterious. I think it is. I'm not sure.
I don't know that word.
I just learned the word verisimilitude today, but it has all the deleterious effects of alcohol. But you can.
Verisimilitude.
Yeah, I just learned that word today.
Okay.
But deleterious or anyways, it has the same. It gets you drunk until you don't need to be, which is why it's magical.
I like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that. There's no risk involved. Like that's
because I could see, like when Klingon, like a Klingon at Quark that orders a blood wine, I would feel like they would be enraged to have anything but blood wine.
Wait, when it comes to Quarks, though, when you order a blood wine, I feel like you're getting a blood wine.
That's true. He only sends food, I think.
I'm talking Guinan.
Replicates.
Guinan doesn't. She may have something behind the bar, but I feel like Quark's got the real deal.
Yeah, because there's.
By the way, can you see this?
Yes, now we can.
Sort of.
What's going on?
Oh, he's frozen.
It's a Quark's bar.
Oh, right on.
So there's actually some of my. That's really awesome. You're right, because one of my favorite moments was, like as a bartender, like as someone who's worked as a bartender, like there was this scene where Quark and Rom are having a discussion with someone across the bar, and they're seamlessly working so fluidly and like around each other, and they're right next to each other, and they're like behind, and this and that, and it's so real, and it's like yes, like that's how when you're working with someone behind the bar that you have that like.
Did they actually say behind?
I think so. I may be making that up, but I was like,
yeah.
And like, I loved that. And I was like, yeah, they're pouring, they're like doing, yeah. So I think he does. He's got, but he replicates some stuff.
I at the grocery store the other day said behind to somebody that was in front of me.
What do you say? Like I'm behind you.
They looked at me like I was insane.
It drives Katie crazy because I do it in the kitchen. And I say knife whenever I have a knife. I go knife, and she's like, "You don't have to tell me." I'm like, "No, I do." I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I was pulling behind somebody, and they were like going slow, and they were like in the middle of the aisle, and I was like behind, and they looked at me like, "What?" Oh, I forgot. Like, not everybody talks like this.
Yeah. So yeah, you were asking Sohail what that is, and you do in a kitchen. You do corner too when you're coming around a corner. Before you turn the corner, you go corner. You do behind. I've even worked with people that like literally go like on your left, like if they're about to reach like on your left.
It's just notifying you someone's in your way because you're so focused on whatever.
It's so fast paced.
It's so fast in your focus.
And if you have a knife, if you're walking like behind with a knife,
gotta say knife. Yeah.
Oh, you say knife. Knife. So.
Bat lift.
What's the coolest bar? And this question out to the audience too. Like, what's the coolest bar that you've ever been to on Earth?
Kevin on 3, ready? Favorite Brooklyn bar. 1, 2, 3. Boat.
What is it? Boat
in Brooklyn. Yeah.
Boat.
It's the best. We actually that was one of the podcast ideas we had. We wanted to record from Boat.
And it was going to be a play-by-play, like a sport, like we were going to be like sportscasters, but just do play-by-play of people at the bar, like and just be like, oh, looks like Red Glasses and Beard is coming up to make an order, and bartender walked right past him.
Oh my gosh, Jeremiah's never been to a bar. Where do you live? We can recommend one.
Yeah.
We could probably recommend. Where do you live?
Also, are you of age? Also,
yeah. Also, are you of age? And if you're not, then you need to go find a way to grow up faster. No, like I don't know. While we wait for Jeremiah to give us their rough location, just the city. We don't need to know your exact address, but we'll give you a recommendation based on the city you live in, and then let's see.
To give you the best recommendation, I'm going to need your social security number.
I've seen 4 of the Trek movies, the motion picture 2009 reboot, Into Darkness, and Beyond. The motion picture is definitely my favorite. Mine too. I love Star Trek: The Motion Picture. It's not my favorite of all of them. It's not my favorite of all of them, but I love Star Trek: The Motion Picture.
That's
I think it's
not a great movie.
No, it is. It's like the artsy. It's like the art film. It's like the albino alligator. How you feel about it of Star Trek?
All right, I did that one half of a nibble of a cookie.
I just think I think it's a film that could never be made again. It's a totally like unique film, and it's like the most Star Trek film, but I don't know if it can ever be made. So Jeremiah's 18, which is fine. You can be on this stream. I won't kick you off the stream, but you're not 21 yet, and you live in Pittsburgh. So when you turn 21, what bar should Jeremiah go to in Pittsburgh?
Go to Philadelphia. First of all,
get out of Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
go to Philly.
Go to Philly because I don't know Pittsburgh, and go to Second Story Brewing.
Yeah.
Second Story Brewing. So you have that to look forward to in just, what is that, 3 short years?
Yeah.
No, Pittsburgh's cool. I've never been there. It's freezing and just all the time. They make steel there, right?
I'm sure there's a bunch of Steelers bars that are amazing.
Yeah.
And the other thing is Into Darkness is the best of those movies.
We got someone paying attention to that part where I lost track, which was Star Trek Generations came out after TNG and in between season 2 and 3 of DS9.
Oh, okay.
Then First Contact came out in the third into the third season of. Oh wait.
Oh, that wouldn't even make
third into the 5th season.
That was hard, right? That was hard.
Yes, I don't know. Yes.
I don't even know why I thought that in the first place, because the D finds its demise in Generations.
That's true.
So yeah, I shouldn't have even said that yet.
What else? Here we go. What is your favorite DS9 Ferengi episode? Mine is the Bar Association.
Ooh, that's is the Bar Association answer me Mythbusters. That's
Chris. Chris Collins.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm supposed to do that. I'm sorry, Chris, if I'm giving you away.
Is that the one that they start? Is that they start the union?
Oh, where Rom.
If it is, that's a great episode.
Fantastic.
While we wait for the answer,
Little Green Men is my favorite.
Jeremiah's going to take down your suggestion, which is good. So you'll go to that bar.
I love Ferengi episode. I can't remember. I mean, the episode, I don't remember what it's called, but when they go visit Moogie at home, and like she's like I don't remember what it's called. When they go and visit their mom, like at home, because she's he basically like.
I don't remember that episode, but I know I remember the episode where Moogie comes to the station, right? Isn't there?
This is where they go to her because like an auditor.
Is that where they find out that she's with the Grand Negasa?
No.
Okay.
Any Grand Nagus episode? Actually, yeah, anything involving the Grand Nagus is.
Little Green Men is my favorite because you get to hear some good Ferengi like without the translator.
Oh yeah,
like that. I like the whole Roswell thing. Like it's a phenomenal episode.
Yeah, that is a great episode. Oh, how do you feel about?
Love it.
The Orville. I love it. Yeah,
I love it too. It's a good show.
Can't wait for it to come back. If it comes back,
it will.
Oh, it's in question. Is it not?
I don't know. It's just been so long.
Well, they from what I heard, the
Bar Association where Rom creates a union. Yeah, great episode.
Yeah,
solid choice.
That episode was brought into question. Do we ever see Rom's wife? Like, because he like yeah, like because he was very flirtatious with the Dabo girl and that, and like very like
that's his gal.
Very nice. I don't remember.
Lita, you remember Lita from we did an episode of Drunk Space Nine.
I do remember Lita, but I didn't remember that episode. So it's gonna be fun. Maybe that should be our next Drunk Space Nine episode. The Bar Association.
Perfect.
Deal. Oh wait, what season?
That?
That's like 3 or something, right? Season
Yeah.
3?
So yeah,
Whatever. We'll go
that
back.
was
That's
Chris
great.
Collins who suggested that. So thank you.
Thank
You just helped us. This is a great way. Actually, we should do these live streams just to figure out what
episode to do. Yeah, that's
we're
a great
gonna do
idea.
of Drugs by Sign. There we go. Mission accomplished. Like Starfleet Boy After Dark served its purpose. Here's another one. What episode does Rom buy Quark's bar in? Oh wait, don't go past season 5 because
no, it's okay. It's on my own.
Oh, okay. All right.
I know. I know pretty much everything. Lita and Rom get married. The finale of 5.
Our association is season 4.
Oh, so it is season 4?
Yeah, it's actually halfway through. It's episode 15.
Here's a question for everyone. Who's the sexiest person in all of Star Trek?
Trip.
Right.
Trip is the sexiest.
Trip, and I'd say 7. T'Pol.
T'Pol's, yeah. Trip is,
T'Pol.
yeah. Trip and Paul, yeah. That whole
T'Pol
in that scene,
yeah.
where they're
like Trip, T'Pol, and 7 of 9. It's like this.
I have a thing for Terry Farrell. That's
fair enough.
Dax. So Dax. Jadzia.
Dax.
Yeah, I don't know. T'Pol is amazing, and honestly, Trip. I've said this on Twitter a couple times too. Like Trip makes me question things. Like I like Trip a lot.
I would say that the sexiest person is probably Trip and Riker.
He was the ladies.
I mean, he's sold as the sexiest person in Star Trek, definitely.
Him and then in the like I think like Bashir was Mr. Ladies Man for like
Bashir. Yeah.
But I don't get
like
a sexy vibe from him. Yeah, like exactly. Like it gets awkward,
sexy.
like hunk. Like I think they laid off that and like as the seasons went on because he was supposed to be Mr. like, hey, how you doing? Kind of, and then they were like, that doesn't really. He stopped being so like.
To me, like, Bashir and O'Brien, like my whole thing with Bashir and O'Brien is me and you. Like that's how I attribute that relationship. That's those characters, that friendship. It's why I love like my favorite episode, which is definitely something that people would debate and hate me for, but I'll say it. Like my favorite episode, Enterprise's Shuttle Pod 1. Like I like friendship. I like strong friendship episodes.
But that doesn't speak to sexy. But yeah, but Trip is still sexy. Like what about Tilly? I agree with Tilly on Discovery. Tilly is pretty sexy. She's got the awkward sexy thing down, and then Jeremiah is all about Ezri, Dax, and more.
Ezri, oh my god,
and more though. More is definitely. I think that we didn't even consider like.
If you find Morn sexy, you are watching the correct
show. Is for you.
That's amazing. Let's see here.
You know who?
Oh yes, the 3-boobed cat person. Do you remember in Star Trek 5 she had 3 breasts and they were exposed? She was dancing on the table, and Captain Kirk picks her up and throws her at the bar.
Wait, and, what's 5? Final Frontier?
Yeah, the Final Frontier. Did you see? Wait, while you guys keep talking, I'm gonna look her up and
give me, because there's one 3-boobed alien in my mind, and that's Total Recall.
Yeah,
like that's it. So I need
who's the Klingon that Quark married? It starts with a G. Like I want to say. She was very sexy.
I've never in my life found a Klingon. Oh no, B'Elanna Torres.
B'Elanna Torres is sexy.
Yeah, that's she's half though.
All right, you guys, you're gonna flip out when you see this. But I think there's more submissions while I pull this up here.
Harry Kim. Wait, which do you prefer, Bashir O'Brien or Tom Paris, Harry Kim? I don't know. Bashir O'Brien is it?
Yeah.
Oh, Cassidy Yates. Interesting.
Oh my God! Also another Orville tie-in.
Orville connection.
Yeah. She's a beautiful woman. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
How come Google doesn't let me? Oh, here we go. Open image and new tab.
What about Troy?
Troy is very sexy.
Yeah.
I see her like as my sister. I can't look
Troy,
at her
I have a weird relationship.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever sexualized her. Like, as not that I've sexualized it, but I mean, like, I think back.
Yeah,
like,
I know what you mean.
Like,
that's this comment from Chris, the cat creature.
It kind of looks like Ron Perlman in Beauty and the Beast.
You're right.
Honestly, though, I keep coming back to it. Trip might be the answer, though, because Trip is.
I'm very That's a weird one for me. Like, not weird, but like that's maybe.
I have to agree with Caleb, though. We didn't consider this, but Jeffrey Hunter does give Connor Trinneer a run for his money in terms of the looks department, and so does Anson Mount, who played. Do you guys want to? Let's do a comparison.
Mount, but I don't know Jeffrey Hunter.
Here, let's do a comparison analysis. Well, you don't know Jeffrey Hunter?
Wait, who is that? Yeah, show me a picture. Or
on the cage. Here, I gotcha. Oh, we got to share it with the audience. So, Jeffrey Hunter, Star Trek. Here he is. Here he comes. Give him a little glorious picture here.
Here I come.
All right. Let's see how to do this. There we go.
Oh, Jeremiah says he doesn't like Troy in TNG. Oh, yeah.
Good looking guy, yeah.
Wait, who said that?
That's the jawline of the era right there. That's like
that's Twilight Zone stuff.
Yeah.
Troy and TNG. But anyways, that's Jeffrey Hunter, and then here we can actually do Anson Mount next.
I feel like Anson Mount has that look.
Yeah, down pat, right?
Damn, that's pretty solid.
Here we go. It's a good.
I follow Anson Mount. I know he's a good-looking dude, but
we gotta do one of these. Make it big.
Yeah, he has that like
he's got like
Timothy Oliphant appeal.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Ooh, can I pick Timothy Oliphant? Is the best.
Yeah,
Is Timothy Oliphant ever been on Star Trek?
I don't think so.
No.
He's just a good-looking guy.
Has Skeet Ulrich ever been on Star Trek?
No, but that would be weird, right? If he was in the Lower Deck episode.
If you were going to hang out. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, you go.
All right. I am the hostess.
Yeah.
Anyway, holodeck program. Would it be Dr. Bashir's programs or Tom Paris's choice of hologram programs? I prefer Tom's Captain Proton, Fairhaven, and Mars Car programs.
I have to choose out of the two because honestly, I would pick Data's Sherlock.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
But
the one was fun.
In Janeway's Da Vinci, like there's a lot. Like I actually prefer those.
I wish Janeway's Da Vinci. I wish Janeway's Da Vinci's was Da Vinci's Demons. I don't know if you guys ever saw that show.
No,
it's really fun.
I think I like that Cisco goes and plays baseball. That's pretty great. Like I like.
Oh yeah, it's pretty cool.
I mean, Bashir and O'Brien's like when they were like
fighting the Jerry's
stuff, and that's.
But to answer Kristen's question, I would go with Bashir.
Yeah.
Like the spy stuff and all that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Great episode, by the way.
Yeah, but our man Bashir.
Yeah. I'll be right back. I don't have to pee
necessarily.
Do something less embarrassing and exposing.
Whoa.
Leave your mic on. He's powdering his tushy.
I can at least mute if we hear weird sounds. I can
enhance image.
That's an interesting clock hanging there. I feel like Kevin.
I think I talked him into buying that clock.
Yeah, it's like very 1980s. I feel like, or 90s, but it's timeless. It's a very clean, timeless design.
Time full. It's just called a clock timeless. It's the opposite of a clock.
It's true. It's true. It's very timeful.
If you were gonna, we already did that. Yeah, I feel like I talked him into buying the clock, or maybe it was a different one, and then he got a new one. Yeah, what out of all the holodeck or holosuite programs, like what do you think? What do you gravitate towards?
I really like the Dixon Hill stuff.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that I really like, and then the Data Sherlock Holmes ones as well. But if I were doing my own thing, I think I would do Star Trek. That's the problem.
What I miss?
Oh, nothing. We got 2 more comments though. Oh, here, this question. Who has the best bromance in Star Trek?
Bashir
O'Brien. Bashir O'Brien?
Although Data LaForge
it's
Bashir O'Brien.
But yeah, it is Bashir and O'Brien for me as well. Bashir has Vic Fontaine program, Alamo, Battle of Britain. Oh, nice. I love everybody's on it. Cold War spy programs, yeah.
I want to know what you think, Jeremiah. Who is the best bromance in Star Trek in your mind? Is it the Bashir O'Brien? Could Spock and Kirk not be a bromance though, or do you not think that that's like a bromance? Because I think I would say that
Fontaine Nog.
Oh yeah, and also Trip and Archer. Trip and Archer have Trip and Archer have one too.
Trip and Archer.
There's a lot of bromances.
But yeah, Jake and Nog.
And Cisco Dax counts as a romance too. Cisco and Jadzia.
Oh, old man.
In my opinion, yeah. So that kind of puts a little wrench in it. That's a good question. There was another question submitted by the computer, which is, who is the worst captain on Star Trek and why?
Oh my god!
I know people are going to say Archer.
No, see, that's the thing. Well, I'm not people, but my opinion is definitely going to be controversial. I don't even want to say it out loud because you
have to now.
You both know what I'm saying.
But the thing is mine might be this.
Who? Kirk is the worst captain on Star Trek.
It's the least engaged I've ever been with a captain.
No, but like worse. Yeah, I guess. I mean, in that sense, but also like the worst, like functionally the worst captain. Who would that be? Who would have done
Archer? Functionally the worst, Archer.
Archer, yeah.
I love Archer. I love him, but
that's the thing that's so great about him is because he's so eager. It's their first mission. He's so eager to do things that he makes so many mistakes because like it's just he's so eager to discover and do things for the first time.
Yeah.
That he's like, screw it, let's do it. Like he's constantly gambling and then being like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Like it's a very interesting, flawed captain, but functionally he's that's what is. But also what makes him so interesting.
Okay, so who's the best in your opinion?
JLP.
Yeah. It's not even that's not a question.
But but the thing about Cisco
functionally is the best. We
got a Cisco. Hold on.
Because JLP is so diplomatic and his diplomacy is like through the roof. But then there's episodes where then you look at a Kirk where like Kirk can like bash some heads, and Cisco is this like marriage of the two because Cisco can like throw down. Plus, there's episodes where he's had to defend like Worf in court, and like he was very like he knew how to talk his way through, like talk the talk, and like his diplomacy is great. And I don't know, so maybe he's I go JLP, but like Cisco to me,
he neck and neck. I think Cisco. I mean, obviously, I'm a huge fan of both of those captains. I think that like. Yeah, I know there's a lot of Janeway fans out there. A bunch of my friends would say Janeway.
Every day.
But Jeremiah says just okay, not the best though. We only want worse than best here, Jeremiah. Worse than best, not
Who's
the
most
ground.
just okay?
Oh, Jeremiah Sisko. Yeah, he won the Dominion War.
Oh. Well, but Jean-Luc Picard saved the galaxy from the evil synthetic Cthulhu.
He also
life.
killed Sisko's wife.
He did do that. That's true. That's actually kind of cool because he becomes the villain. It's kind of a crazy thing. And then we have Janeway broke the Prime Directive multiple times, and Sisko used biogenic weapons on the Maquis, which is. So...
If you blame Janeway for anything, they're lost. Like all bets are off.
Wait, Jeremiah says no comparison between anyone else. Sisko is the best.
Sisko.
So it's going back to.
Hey, I can't argue with that whatsoever.
Yeah, he's a great father too. I think as far as like TV dads go, like he gets looked over. I mean, he's one of the best TV dads.
He's awesome.
History.
Yeah, actually,
you know what? As the only father on this stream right now,
major props. Cheers.
100%. Win. Sisko wins.
Yeah. I have to get more. Oh yeah.
Oh, get me one too. I don't want to get up.
I like how we stagger. We have to. This is a live stream. Yeah. Someone always has to be here. It's
all right. Evan, go get your thing.
Go get your thing. So Caleb says my favorite is definitely Captain Pike. From what I saw in The Cage and Discovery Season 2, he literally embodies Starfleet and the Federation. Earlier, Caleb, we were calling him Captain Federation on another stream that I did, like Captain America. And so I think you're right about that. Captain Pike has the potential to be the best. When all is said and done, he may end up being that like stoic hero that so many people want to see on Star Trek, not a flawed individual in a weird way. Though Captain Pike definitely has his flaws, but they don't rule him, I guess is what it is, that he's not regretful or whatever.
I can't speak to this. I have to I will start tomorrow. I'll catch up on Discovery.
Where are you in Discovery, by the way?
Episode 1 of season 2.
Oh, great. You have a lot of good stuff ahead of you. I think you're going to really enjoy season 2.
I heard it makes a good turn right where I am. So,
very nice.
The first season, I thought it was entertaining. I liked it. I talked about it a lot, but it just, I don't know. It just felt too different to me. It just didn't feel the same. And I was deep into a DS9 watch at the time.
Right.
It was hard to watch it,
Well, the house style changed from one era to the next, and it was kind of like, excuse me, I just burped. TNG and TOS have a connective tissue through the look, like the look of, the corridors look like the movie corridors in some respects. Like there's all these like definite connections there, but like Discovery kind of like breaks that continuity of what you expect for things to look like, but it's not wrong. I mean, when I look at it at the end of the day, it's like shows change their look all the time, and it's like
same thing happened with Enterprise,
right?
I think that's the problem people had with Enterprise, and that there was somebody, I wish I could reference them right now, but it would take a long time to find it on Twitter. Somebody talked about today that they started watching Enterprise, and because all they liked was TNG, and they couldn't get into anything else, but they were trying to push through watching Enterprise, and they said that they were in like episode 18 or something, and they don't feel it yet and everything, and everybody was saying, get past the first 2 seasons and get to the 3rd and 4th season. Personally, my favorite seasons of Enterprise are the first 2 seasons. I have a harder time watching the 3rd and
the later seasons.
Yeah.
We just lost Son of Dennis, but maybe he'll come back on.
He'll be back on. But
I think his computer died.
Probably. But yeah, because I didn't watch Enterprise in its original airing, so
I watched.
I didn't have that problem.
I watched season 1 maybe only of the original airing, and then I stopped, and I'm still not finished. Actually, I've never actually watched all the episodes of it, so there's a lot of black holes in my Enterprise knowledge. But now I am watching it slowly but surely, and catching up on it. We got more comments.
I can't imagine watching the first season of Enterprise and not continuing.
Chris says Janeway even says she does not care about the temporal prime directive at all in the 5th season episode. Relatively, Picard basically tells Dr. Rasmussen that he doesn't care about temporal prime directives. I think that's an interesting point, because from your perspective, why should you care about someone else's future being intact when you have immediate concerns before you? It's an interesting dilemma. Jeremiah says Philippa Georgiou was a great captain. She made such a great impression. Michelle Yeoh in the beginning, in the first 2 episodes of Star Trek Discovery, and Captain Georgiou, I would love to see her in her gloriousness, in her glory days. Agreed. Disco season 1 has a weird tone. Let's see here. Picard is the best captain, even though he shot himself, which is true in the season 2 episode Time Squared. He literally kills himself. That's true. I forgot about that. He kills that. Did you remember that episode?
I'm trying to think back to when that happened. I can't pull that out right now.
There's only 2 choices, Chris, when you encounter your clone or your twin or another you. One is to kill that other one, because there can only be one you, and the other is
Highlander rules.
Right, and the other is to enslave it and make it work for you, so you can sit back and chill while it goes out and does all your work for you, because it looks and acts and can be just like you. So I think those are the only 2 choices you have. So Picard chose wisely. I recently learned that Enterprise was supposed to take place entirely on Earth. That would have been terrible.
Oh, that was the original plan, they're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. That's weird, because by season 3, that actually would make season 3 even more tragic. Because season 3 is where Florida and
that's right.
South America there get destroyed.
It would have been really weird. It's really weird, I think, also that Florida has so much prominence in a Star Trek show.
You would have been destroyed.
It's true. It cut
and my family, and my entire family.
Enterprise was Jeremiah's first Star Trek series.
Good job.
So he went.
I like that.
Caleb says, I think that is what's so great about Star Trek captains. They're all so different.
Hey!
Did I get booted?
Yeah.
No, something happened. Your computer died, or it went to sleep, or I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah, I think my screen went into rest mode. I'm sorry.
No worries. We were just we've been I don't know, we're still talking about everything at the same time, but we're reading some of these interesting comments. Like Caleb, we were just reading Caleb's comment about he thinks that what's so great about Star Trek captains is that they're all so different. I think I would like in the future a captain who has no values with a crew that embodies Starfleet. That was Lorca in season 1 of Discovery, wasn't it?
It's not that he didn't have. I think he had values, but it was dark. It wasn't
And Georgiou, they got 2 crazy captains in season 1. They got Emperor.
I think there's something to be said about what he's saying, though, Caleb. Is that I don't think we actually got that. I think more of a what's his name?
Why would we ever get a captain like that? But why would we ever get a captain like that in Star Trek, in Starfleet?
In time of war, out of necessity,
right?
Because what's his name from Picard, by the way?
Preston, Captain
Rios?
Preston.
Yep.
Oh no, wait, from Star Trek Picard?
Yeah.
Rios.
Yeah. I think that's I kind of want that.
Yeah.
I
was just Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, good.
I was just watching an episode of DS9, and they were mourning one of the operations guys died. He got shot by a Jemadar, and they were mourning him, and I guess 4 other people died on the mission, and Sisko is talking to Dax, and he's like, what is the thing they teach you in ethics in Starfleet Academy? In ethics, they teach you as a captain, don't get too close to your crew. And he's like, and I screwed that up. And he's like, and it hurts. And he's like, and then he's naming each thing that he had. He's like, blah, blah, blah. I was the officiant at their wedding, and I know that this guy played trumpet so well, and he like knew all about these people. And he's like, when did it? And she was like, that's what makes you a good captain. So like, I guess in Starfleet Academy, like, don't get too close to your crew.
Cheers! That gets a toast, a little cheers moment there, because I think you should get close to your crew, like Sisko does. I think that is a good captain.
I'm out.
You have nothing?
I have to go get another one.
Go, you got a whole bar at your house.
Go through some of these questions that we got. So some more. We did this one. I agree. So Caleb, that was a good talking point.
Yeah.
Enterprise holds a special place in Jeremiah's heart because it was the first one that Jeremiah watched, and I agree.
Nice.
The first one's always special. See, that's why TOS has a special place in my heart. We also just got a new viewer. We have 4 viewers now. That's so cool. Caleb, he likes to see the crews change, how they change the captains over the years. I think that's. And then I like Enterprise season 1 through 4, except season 3. I was not like a big fan of the Xindi plot. Me neither. That was really.
Wasn't that when it got real like serialized?
Did I just come in on a season 3 Enterprise thing?
Yeah, here.
That's exactly what I was saying earlier. I like season 1 and 2. Once they hit the Xindi thing, like it was a little bit
a drag.
Yeah, it was the first time I really, except for the Dominion War, it was the first time I really saw Star Trek be serialized.
Interesting. Captain Jellicoe was kind of like that. Like what were we talking about? Oh, like a captain that was very off.
But I didn't like him. I didn't like Jellicoe. What do you think of Jellicoe?
Whoever I like Captain Jellicoe only because he got Counselor Troy to start wearing a uniform. That was like I think that was my favorite thing about Captain Jellicoe and that episode. Okay. And then after that, she looks good. She looks Counselor Troy looks good in a uniform. So sure. I thought that was cool. That's
enough for me though. I didn't like Jellicoe.
For those that are joining us, this is Starfleet Boy After Dark. Anything can happen. We're just 3 folks hanging out on a Saturday night, and we're having some beverages, adult beverages. Or we lost viewer number 4. They don't know what they're missing. It's a good party.
EL fudge.
Oh, look, there are the EL fudge cookies that we had on our.
Oh yeah, now so Hal could see them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Put it up to the screen so you can see the elf.
Oh, and they do have little elf.
That's Ernie, right?
Yeah, it is cool.
It's either wearing shorts or his testicles are exposed.
What is your favorite Garrick episode so far?
I really wish they would go in more.
Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, that one, whatever it's called.
Hellraiser. Did you just say that, Ed?
No.
Because he plays the father in Hellraiser.
Oh, that's right.
Garrick's great. I really like when. What is the episode where Kira wakes up and they try to convince her that she was a Cardassian the whole time? Do you remember that episode? And like they like,
I do kind. I actually kind of.
She woke up and they like transformed her to look like her.
This is what happens when you type Garrick on the internet. That's very appealing to me. Anyways,
but that's more of a Kira episode. But then Garrick comes in and like, I don't know, flexes and helps out, and like I don't know, it saves the day kind of. I really like that. I wish I could remember more.
What was his role in The Pale Moonlight? Like, do you have a big role?
He danced in it.
Nah.
With the
Jeremiah says the one where Garrick and Bashir plays
Spy. That's our man Bashir, right?
Our man Bashir, yeah.
Oh,
that's a really good
sure.
one.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
That's a good.
I just like their talks too. I just like when they're like having brunch, like him and Bashir, and just like having a nice like moment. They're. I wish we got more of their little brunches.
I spelled Garrick wrong. That's why that other.
I didn't want to call you out on that, but.
By the way, just so you know, that's what happened there. But to make up for it, here's the real moneymaker right there, Garrick.
He's great.
I like Garrick in either Improbable Cause or the Diaz Cast or Empok Nor. Those are
Empok Nor.
I don't think I've seen
that. Sounds really familiar.
In a while.
I'd say Our Man Bashir for me.
Oh, the Cardassian Descent. What episode was that? Empok Nor or the Diaz Cast?
Is the Cardassian
I think it's the Diaz
the one that
Seconds. Thank you. Kira is a Cardassian in Second Skin season 3. Perfect. Thank you. Yeah, that episode's great.
Is the Cardassian Descent the one that Galdu Scott, I was about to call him Galdu comes in and they're all in the room and Garrick kind of turns on him and hits him. I barely remember the episode. It's not my vote. I'm just trying to remember the episode.
We're all doing some kind of we shouldn't be touching our faces. We're all doing some kind of thing except for
we're not supposed to touch our face?
Wait, I'll touch Evan's face.
Yeah.
Wait,
just
no,
in
that
general.
way.
Just in general. So hello PJ, welcome. By the way, PJ, if you want to actually come on the stream, let me know and I'll send you a link because I think you would have a fun time here.
Oh, boat track.
Yeah. So Garrick was in love with Bashir. Do you guys agree? Do you see that subtext?
Yes.
Yeah. That's it. Oh, that's going back to the bromance question. That's a great bromance.
Yeah.
Didn't we talk about?
Yeah, I think we covered that.
You weren't paying attention, Rosha.
Someone said Bashir and Garrick?
No,
I think one of us did. We did, yeah.
Oh.
Shut up, Evan.
I'm gonna put my head in the toilet.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Let's see what happens when you get another person. I'm gonna invite PJ on. You guys don't have to stop talking just because I'm doing something on the internet. I mean,
now I'm waiting.
Yeah. Now you're just waiting. You have to wait to see what I do.
Who's
all right. But so far this has been a pretty good stream.
Yeah.
Don't jinx it.
Yeah.
So much fun. Oh, I know. I shouldn't do that.
So. Oh, I'm peeing
now. Didn't they? Let's see here. Didn't they confirm Garrick was in love with Bashir? Yes, they do actually. In the DS9 doc, it is.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
That's true.
Wait, Evan hasn't watched that.
Oh, here
I have it. I own it.
I know.
You haven't sent it to me.
Oh, here. Wait. I think in Purgatory's Shadow. Oh, so Chris, do you have Google Chrome and a webcam, headphones with a mic at least? Let me know.
Magnets, a compass.
I know PJ can do this. I don't know if you can yet. Let me know.
Hair, put on nice clothes.
Also, you have to slip a bar of gold pressed latinum to this guy, and then he gets you an invite, and that's how it all happens. No, but let me know if you have the technical requirements, and we'll get you on as well. So wait, in Purgatory Shadows, what is that? An episode of?
Yeah, not just a strip, a whole bar.
Yeah, I know. Sohel's Serious.
I need a fire Latinum. It's true. It's expensive to run these streams. So what were we talking about before you left?
I don't know.
Who? Me?
Yeah.
I think. Wait, who was the last to leave? I was the last to leave, right?
Me.
You?
Yeah. Look at how much beer I have.
That's a good. I'm almost ready to get a refill.
I switched to wine.
Oh, cool! Nice little white wine there. Good.
Mm-hmm.
I switched to root beer.
It's the episode where Ducat attacks Garrick. Oh.
Yeah, that's no, that's the episode I was talking about. Yes.
Chris has headphones and Google Chrome. All right, I'm sending you a link on Twitter. Chris.
Attacks Garrick.
Yeah.
Chris, I'm sending you a link on Twitter. You've got the minimum requirements. Did you get the gold pressed Latinum bar?
Yeah, no free rides.
Never. You got to get that final requirement.
So hell is all about acquisition.
I'm trying to pull a rule of acquisition out of my ass right now, like quote. But
I don't think I said
friendships are temporary. Latinum is forever or something. Is
that's gotta be one. Yeah.
Oh, I don't think. Hold on. Let me see. These links don't seem to be going through. Hold on. All right, let's try this again. All right, Chris and TJ, I'm sending you this link again. Try again. Here we go.
Root beer is Nog's favorite drink. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right on.
I always end up wanting to drink prune juice, like when I watch DS9. Like I don't know how I can't. I don't know if I've had prune juice even ever, but it sounds so good when Worf.
I want to drink blood wine. I want to drink Cardassian wine. That weird
Cardassian ale, or
no, not the ale. The one that looks like the anise liquor, like the Cardassian. It's a Cardassian wine. It's like super dark and like syrupy. I want that.
Ducat flips when he sees Garrick speaking to his daughter. This all sounds very familiar.
We had another question from Jeremiah, which is, would you like to see a more non-Starfleet Trek show similar to Picard, or Starfleet shows?
Starfleet.
Yeah. I would actually, I was hoping when Picard was announced, this was very, very long ago when I just heard that Picard was a thing, I wanted it to match the Picard autobiography. I wanted like a prequel. Like I wanted Picard.
I didn't read the autobiography.
Oh, it's so good, man. It's so good.
When I heard it was being announced, I wanted it to be like a situation where like Rodney Dangerfield and Back to School, we had to go back to the Starfleet Academy, and they're like, it turns out you're 3 credits behind and you didn't actually graduate. And then it's like this summer.
I 100% thought it was going to be full Next Generation Part 2.
Yeah.
I was okay
I
with,
love
what I liked. Yeah, I love what it ended up being. But yeah, I totally was like, my expectation was to see all of them.
Prune juice tastes like liquid raisins. I love that. Just out of context or in context, prune juice tastes like liquid raisins.
How do you make like raisins into liquid? Has anyone ever tried doing that?
You can make anything into a liquid, right?
I
don't know. They make milk out of almonds.
You melt it. How do you? That's true. They do make milk out of almonds. Seems like a really hard thing to do.
I want those to be my last words. I want to be like on my last breath, and then I want to pop up and be like, prune juice tastes like liquid raisins, and then just
Jeremiah says he would love to see more non-Starfleet shows because there's so much happening in the Trek universe to be explored outside of Star Trek. Our friend from Trek on Tube would love to see a show like that's just set like on Andor, or like, you know, with the Andorians, or like
hell yeah,
you know, or Tellarites or something like that.
That's what I was about to say. Tellarites, they're not very represented for one of the original like Federation peeps.
By the way, that's not really milk if you're adding water.
Oh shit! Somebody's against your almond milk thing.
I'm not.
Hey man, quit defending almond milk. By the way, it's not a good thing.
It's true. Does it cost like a lot of
milk in any way?
It costs a lot of water to make almond milk.
More than it does the cows?
Yeah, it costs a lot.
Yeah,
like
cows
a lot of
water.
So it's late. Someone nodded off. We're back down to just 2 viewers, which we cherish. We cherished you.
Yeah.
It's fun. It was very interactive. I didn't think it would be this interactive.
Yeah, I like it.
Wait, what were we just talking about?
Almond milk.
No,
it's not really it's almond juice. It's more like almond juice from concentrate.
Offshoots of less Starfleet based shows.
Oh yeah.
I want to know what's going on in like the Gamma Quadrant, like more. If we're gonna do like an off Starfleet show, like
what did we really learn so far in up to season? What have you learned about the Gamma Quadrant? What's your favorite Gamma Quadrant destination so far that you've been to?
I learned that that Odo just like comes from his the changelings just basically is just an orgy planet. They're constantly just having like weird puddle orgies.
Yeah.
Am I watching the show wrong?
I want to know more about what's his name from Cobra, who played the head of the Night Stalkers in Cobra. They got like the face. They're very early on they were like the first people when they went.
Jojo berry juice people with they kind of look like Ahsoka Tano a little bit with their makeup, right? Like it's like
those words are weird to me. Hold on.
We got another computer generated question, which is what show would be a perfect mashup with Star Trek? Like if you were to combine another show, I think
CSI.
Battlestar, CSI, Star Trek CSI. Actually, I do like that.
Definitely not SVU. That'd be like
She'll victims unit. That's Star Trek Discovery. No, I'm just kidding. It is traumatic what they go through in season 1.
It would be
another question.
New Bajor. Wait, y'all spreading dairy industry talking points. Then maybe those are my last words.
So Star Trek destination for PJ. By the way, PJ, you have a link if you want to come on. It's in your Twitter, and so do you, Chris. But I don't see either of them on. Anyways, but New Bajor is where. Where is New Bajor? That's the episode with the. What happens right after the Odyssey gets destroyed? I think that's right. I'm remembering a lot of things. I usually the problem of doing Drunk Space Nine is you're usually drunk when you're watching.
Hey, you want to hear something weird?
Yeah.
I'm looking up because I'm trying to figure out Brian Thompson's name, who is the guy from Cobra and DS9. But Andrew Robinson, who plays Garrick, is in Cobra.
Oh.
Wait, so movie Cobra?
There's a weird connection there.
So that's the mashup you want is Cobra Star Trek.
Oh hell yeah!
I want
that's my 2 favorite things in the world.
I want the Expanse and Star Trek to be in the same universe. Story. That would be pretty cool.
You want what?
The Expanse and Star Trek to be in the same place.
Jeremiah would like to see another show exploring the Delta Quadrant.
Picard could do that. I don't know why they haven't advanced warp drive technology, so you can just, pop into another sector without any problems. But maybe that'll be the next Star Trek show.
Pop in sectors.
Pop in sectors.
I just got a text from Kevin that said your video dropped.
It did?
That was from there's an old text I just saw it.
There he is.
Hello,
PJ. Oh, what those guys? Yeah, those are the guys. They look like Ahsoka Tano.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
PJ, meet Kevin. Oh, here, I can do this thing. Wait, let me. There's this really cool thing. Wait. Does it show? Oh, hold on. Look, everyone's name. Kevin of 9, son of Dennis, and
Okay, yeah, Kevin
Boatrag.
and Dennis.
And I can do this thing. I can do this thing. This is such a
How's
cool
it going?
thing.
Oh,
Are
just
you- Are you guys drunk?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a few. So
Awesome.
I got this thing, PJ, because of last night, and now I love it. It's the it's the best thing.
how are you able to not show the StreamYard's logo?
I went ahead and subscribed. I had birthday money, and I was like, you know what? This is the thing that I love to do. So I'm gonna put my birthday money into this service.
Love it.
Oh, you pay for it, so
Yeah,
how
yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
He can even put his own logo.
I
Wow.
can. Hold on here. Let me show
Yeah, do
you.
it.
Let's just check this out.
It's gonna show up on Kevin's.
Starfleet
Hey.
boy.
That's so cool.
Starfleet boy. That's how you actually say it, by the way, audience.
No, sorry.
Starfleet boy. Starfleet boy.
Starfleet Blue. What?
What? So PJ, thanks for coming on this live stream. It's just Starfleet Boy After Dark. It's not. There's no set format, just like the Starfleet Boy show. But I'm sure, and I'm glad you've been drinking because that's part of the fun here. So
Where are you streaming from?
St. John's, Newfoundland, Canada.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Awesome.
We're both very amazed by Canada.
Yeah, I've heard of Canada.
It's a nice place.
Yeah, I want to go to Canada real bad. Caleb says, I've been saying about a serial killer on board.
Ooh, we got that in Voyager with the guy.
Brad Dorff?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, that's.
There was also what about
the episode because of that. I thought that was a very interesting episode.
I guess this is a little. But what about when? I guess that's not the same. But I was thinking when Dax finds out one of her hosts was a serial killer who kind of jumped the line and was rejected and jumped back in. He was
he a serial killer or just a murderer?
True.
I don't remember.
He just murdered one person, didn't he?
That's right.
Yeah, and he was coming back. He was somehow influencing her again, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
What that also reminds me of obviously the Thing, but in the X-Files episode Ice from the first season, it would be cool to have that kind of episode where they're all trying suspicious of everybody,
Wait a minute.
That's the episode of the X-Files that's the Thing, right?
Yeah,
no, exactly. Yeah. Same,
Yeah,
actually,
fantastic.
the same art direction too, the same person.
It was, yeah. But there was an episode where they all had to stick together and figure out what was it?
There was a Star Trek episode like that? You're saying?
Yeah. It's gonna come to me in the middle of the night. I'm gonna jump up and be like, "Prune juice tastes like liquid raisins." No, I mean, wait. The episode there was an episode where they all had to, and something was jumping. Oh, I can't remember.
Something was jumping though.
Something was jumping. Oh, the ladies.
You're saying? Do you remember what show though? Was it TNG? Was it?
I think it was DS9.
Huh.
It was Even Stevens, wasn't it?
No, there was an episode where I don't know. I'm gonna do some digging.
What was the serial killer episode of DS9?
Oh, it was when it wasn't. But it was when they all had to break up into groups because there was a changeling on the station.
Yeah.
And
it was very much like the Thing, yeah.
Yeah,
and they had to do blood tests.
They were all
Oh, you're completely. Oh my god, I forgot about that episode.
It was just like the Thing, yeah.
Yeah, I knew that was in my brain somewhere. Yeah, and they were all accusing, no, you're a changeling.
Who was it though? Who was it?
There was a.
Oh man. Somebody
Well,
kept rejecting
Caleb's
it.
really interested in this psychological thriller aspect of Star Trek. I like this.
Wait.
He has an idea for Starfleet Academy show
Is deliberating on whether or not to.
who shows antisocial tendencies. TNG kind of touched on it with the guy with the whatchamacallit,
When Picard, like the Picard,
the one who with the Troy episode where he's like her former patient and she had helped him, and then he melds with the spaceship that's part biological Gum-2, remember? And then it knocks the Enterprise and the Romulan ship out of oh gosh. This is what happens with and you can you try resending the request, Starfleet Boy? I just downloaded the Google this is not Google Hangouts. I'm so sorry, Chris, but I will try I keep getting an error on Twitter. I kept getting it with PJ2, like Twitter doesn't like it for some reason. I'll try emailing you.
But what's the episode where Q shows Picard like what would be different if he like when he was in Starfleet Academy in like the one cadet
Tapestry? That's Tapestry.
Tapestry, yes.
Did we ever figure out what the DS9 episode with the blood test was?
No, I'll look it up.
Okay. Yeah.
That was at the height of when like they were like discovered the Dominion and tensions were high. I think they were going to evacuate everybody, and that's got to be like end of season 3 or something.
It's the Adversary. It says the episode is called The Adversary.
What season is it?
It would be season.
Wait. It's not,
season 3, episode 26.
It's
okay,
not,
yeah.
It's
Season
not
3,
Homefront?
What's that?
Homefront?
No, it's the Adversary.
It is the Adversary?
Where they yeah.
I might need to knock off soon. I can hear chaos happening downstairs.
All right.
Ignore it.
Kevin's like, ignore it. I do need to get another refill, so don't leave yet. I'll come back with my wine, and then you guys could keep manning the or personing the chats here. Chris, I'm going to try to resend that to you as well. I'll be right back. Look at this cool thing that happens.
You got so excited about that.
I wasn't expecting like a little. Look at that. His face is so delightful on it. Oh, that's hilarious. How's Canada?
Yeah, Canada's great.
Is the quarantine thing the same there right now?
Yeah, everything's pretty much shut down. They're going through phases of reopening, but like very slowly and cautiously.
What's your view on like how do you think Canada handled everything?
Pretty well. Yeah.
What's your opinion on how the
what would you give us on a scale of 1 to 5 elf witches?
Well, yeah. You guys, I wouldn't like to be in your position as a country in this time of crisis.
It's a very
or a lot of other countries, really. I mean, because we're pretty lucky, I must say. I count my blessings every day. So,
what? Trudeau, right?
Yeah.
What's your feelings on Trudeau? Because from an outsider, I kind of like what I see.
Yeah, he seems amazing, and then I'll see when like people from Canada go back and forth, they like there's like an opposition, like I guess with every country there's, but like from our side it seems like he's like Mr. Dreamboat, like perfect.
But we have Trump, so
yeah.
Did this conversation?
I'm not very political. Yeah, I'm not very political, but he's probably the best prime minister we've had, and there's a lot of people who really hate him and say really nasty, fucked up shit about him, and I don't see it. I mean,
fair enough. Yeah.
They're like, Trudeau's a piece of shit, but I love this Donald Trump guy down in the States. He really knows what he's talking about.
So yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Is who's the Gul Dukat of the real world, like of real life? Knowing his full DS9 character arc.
Vladimir Putin.
Or who's
yeah.
That's good. Yeah,
that's good.
That's always kind of been a thing, though, right? Like, there's been
who's the Kai Wynn then?
I feel like the Kai Wynn may be Trump.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
You think Kai Wynn's that goofy?
Yeah, very self-servicing.
Yeah, exactly.
Always putting up a front. Always full of shit.
No, I think it's a good one.
And then who's Q?
I think Q doesn't really. It's John Delancey.
Q is Oprah. Yeah.
I love
That's
it.
amazing. I love that. Yeah.
All right, problem solved. We have our answer.
I thought it couldn't happen, but you're right. Q is Oprah. That's funny. I think Star Trek needs.
Somebody said Ted Danson should play Captain April in the Strange New Worlds.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah, that's way better casting than Brad Pitt.
Yes, I agree.
You have
anything.
What's the doctor's name from The Cage?
I keep thinking of Dr. Ben Ayoun, but it's not that. That's from Star Trek Picard. But yes, he should be Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon, yeah.
And which you suggested, and then Ted Danson should play Captain Robert April. So the pandemic lockdown reminds me of the DS9 episode Paradise Lost. I don't remember that one.
What episode is that?
Well, it has to do something with the Futurama episode Parasites Lost. Let's see.
Great episode.
Yeah.
Season 4, episode 12. Let's see what it's about. While Starfleet tightens security measures on Earth, Cisco and Odo discover that Admiral Layton is deviously plotting to take over the planet.
All these admirals, they're always so bad.
They're badmirals.
They are 100% badmirals. It's so true.
I don't wait. Say that again. When Odo and I don't remember.
What season is it?
Yeah,
4?
I don't recognize it.
4, yeah. There's a lot of stuff in New Orleans and yeah.
Any of these characters isn't that Leah Brahms?
Yeah, that looks like Brahms. Yeah.
But it's not her, it's another character.
No. Scroll down though. Is that the same character? Is the one that from the profile?
Yeah,
no,
so
I know
that's not Brahms, but it looked like you're in that one picture.
Well, in that episode, there's a state of emergency or something. I don't know.
Oh, gotcha.
SOS.
I can't read when you look in. I can't read like every act. It's like a lot of very descriptive. Memory Alpha has very descriptive sections. They go like Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, Act 4, and they go through every single thing. Yeah.
I think Star Trek series following an alien species like Klingons, Romulans, or some other species. Track on the Tube, Sean agrees with you. He wants the Andorians, and Larry Nemechek might want the Tellarites, and so does Kevin.
I'll take Andorians or Tellarites.
Oh, Hillary Clinton reminds Jeremiah of Kai Wynn. Any of you use Zoom for streaming? I don't use Zoom for streaming because I really love this streaming service right now.
Yeah, Hillary Clinton is also like really full of shit.
Yeah, no, that's actually a really good, even demeanor, even like the way she speaks.
Whoa.
Nice. Sorry, I'm just watching DS9.
That's awesome. Paradise Lost is in season 4. I love that. You're continuing where you left off. It was the episode where they locked down because of changelings on Earth.
I think they think the president is a changeling.
Oh, I remember this episode. Yes, this okay.
I think.
We're talking about Paradise Lost still?
Yeah.
That's when Rom and Jake have a like a reunion because he shoots over to Louisiana to see him, and then like they kind of go into wait. Did he say the quarantine is like this?
Yes.
Okay, then that's what I was about to say. Yeah, they go into like quarantine. Yeah, I remember that episode. Okay, that is an apt analogy. Who said that? I'm all on
that
board.
was Jeremiah.
Very good. Yeah, that's great.
Jeremiah D.
That's right. So like, and people were like, "I want to go into the restaurant," and then there was like armed guards. Like, why do we need the armed guards and shit like that?
Oh wow, how prescient.
Yeah.
Huh. Now we have to.
It's like the changeling is the outbreak, and they must contain it.
Yeah. Yeah.
What season was that again? Season 4?
4, episode 11. Great episode.
PJ, you could tell me, am I going to get in trouble for what I'm about to do here? Hold on, let me see here.
Oh God, what?
Let's see. Is this okay to do? Oh, Netflix doesn't let you do it. That's extraordinary.
Oh, were you gonna play it?
I wouldn't mess with that. No.
Yeah.
But look, you can't do it if you wanted to.
They're way ahead of you. Yeah.
It's foolproof. I love it. It lets you right away what you can and can't do. I just got moded. Where did Kevin of 9 go?
He went to powder his tush again.
Oh, nice.
I think he went for a refill.
I have to say it's almost a 2-hour live stream.
Yeah, we're at 1:45.
Should we wrap it up, or is there anything, PJ? Do you want to like lead us into our final topic of the night? We're trying to do like an improv.
Did you guys
thing.
Talk about what kind of thing? Sorry,
like an improv type thing where someone throws out a topic and then we riff off of that, right?
Okay, bus stop. No,
okay.
No, did you guys?
Kevin,
I wasn't watching the whole time, but have you guys talked about Strange New Worlds?
A little bit, yeah. But they
started, yeah.
They haven't. Okay. So Kevin's just starting season 2 of Discovery, so he's excited to meet Anson Mount's Captain Pike. And you with that, Son of Dennis?
With Discovery?
With Captain Pike. Did you see season 2?
No, I haven't gotten very far of Discovery.
Yeah, so that's about as much as we discussed about Strange New Worlds.
Oh,
I don't know why I need to jump on Discovery more, but I just like.
I think what they need right now is the typical formulaic Star Trek. Everybody says like we want to see like non-Starfleet and then going off into other places, and I mean we got Starfleet with Discovery, but that wasn't really enough because it's not really the Enterprise. I want to go back to that formulaic, original, classic Enterprise episodic feel.
Yes,
and we did get Picard, which was a non-Starfleet show. Let's go back to another Starfleet show. And
I want a procedural. Like I want a beginning and an end to every episode.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. I want
to every single episode. You don't want like 3-parters like DS9 did.
No. Well, we got Best of Both Worlds 1 and 2. Like I don't mind it once in a while, but I would like a lot more procedural than what we're getting.
Yeah,
I don't like CBS is like just trying to keep us subscribed to the streaming.
And you know what? Akiva Goldsman came up with the idea for the premiere of Strange New Worlds in collaboration with Alex Kurtzman. And hopefully, if they're all on their medications now, they could probably have good ideas and actually give us something that's worth watching and not mediocre.
Loaded. That's so low. I don't even understand what that means with the medication. Like it's so loaded, but it's appropriate for this.
No. I'm just making the joke that so far all the people involved, with the best intentions that they have, are clearly under medicated. Or
you're not drunk enough, PJ. I think you need to shove down.
We're not in Canada. We can't just get free meds like you. It's hard to get medications out here.
Yeah, we can get the good stuff for free in like large quantities.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for free.
For pretty, yeah. You can't afford if the drugs that you're prescribed are beyond your price range, you just get them for free. Or there's a subsidy.
Crazy concepts. Like, come on, it's like the sick are getting taken care of. It's amazing.
Drugs.
No drugs. No. Yes, drugs. No. How about in between
drugs? Canadian national anthem, right? drugs.
Wow. So our closing thoughts descended very quickly. Hey guys, like this.
Wait, I was gone. Are we doing our closing thoughts?
Only for I think Starfleet Boy is getting a little too turnt for this channel. Is
too turnt.
Too turnt for this channel is what's happening. So I'm trying to figure out a way to wrap up a live stream. I've never done a live stream this long. Today's been a very
dark. You're supposed to pass out on camera.
Oh wow,
like
Jeremiah!
Jeremiah's
a great stream.
I like his. I like what he said. I like experimentation with Star Trek. I think having a show like season 4 Enterprise with arcs is a good medium between procedurals and serialized Trek.
Oh yeah, I like it.
Nice. And I think Jeremiah just figured out how to end the stream. On that note, great stream. Awesome.
Cheers.
All right.
Thanks, guys.